basically I write about what feels right to me. And I write the book that I want to read, and I hope that somebody else will want to read it. I am aware of what audiences want, but I want those same things: plot, character, story, drama, catharsis, etc. So, but I do feel that my work is about outsiders. Almost all of it is about outsiders. And I think this happened in a very natural way. I do feel like an outsider. I've never fit anywhere. I don't fit anywhere now. And at times it's been very painful. And in writing about that vampire in the first novel, I was writing about somebody who was cast out, cast into the darkness, cast into a state of aloneness and alienation that was almost unbearable. And I found as I went on writing that I wrote about outsiders. My second novel, Feast of All Saints, was about the free people of color in the pre-Civil War South. These were the people of mixed blood who were octoroons and quadroons and mulattoes. They were total outsiders. And they negotiated a very dangerous world between the black and the white of that period. And then I went on to write about the castrati, opera singers of the 18th century, and they were very much outsiders, castrated as children to preserve their soprano voices, not allowed to marry, and yet they were famous as rock stars, and yet, you know, they couldn't contract a marriage. I mean, they were monsters, basically. They were outsiders. Well, I discovered, as I did these books and as I went on writing, that outsiders, that was the theme. That was what I was writing about. And I kind of yielded to that. And I don't consciously think about it. It's going to come out in anything I write. The person is going to feel like an outsider. Now, my personal feeling is that we all feel this way. That most of us, at some point in our life, feel like a monster or an outsider. And a lot of us feel that way all the time. So it's a very profound theme to address those feelings, to address that loneliness and that hurt, and also to talk about the tremendous need of communion with other people, the tremendous need to be part of something else. And my characters are always talking about that. Vampires search for other vampires. They search for the first vampire. They search for the meaning of being a vampire. The free people of color had a strong community with rules. The castrati, they sought their place in the opera world of the time. So the theme is really outsiders, but outsiders who have something of a group and want very much to belong. I write a lot about gay characters, and the gay people that I write about in my books, actually I write about people that are sort of bisexual. Very seldom do I write about somebody who's purely gay or purely heterosexual, but it's very natural to me to make them be very alone in their sexuality and sort of trying very much to connect and yet suffering a lot of alienation. This is a given. I think you're given these things as a writer. You don't choose them as a theme. I didn't sit at a desk and think, well, I'll write this, you know. It's what came out. It's what I discovered. And the deeper I went into my characters, the more I discovered it. There are other themes, but that's one of the biggest themes, that I tell the stories of the outsider.